This right here is one of the world's first AI interpreter hubs that's designed for multilingual simultaneous communication, and it works offline as well, which is just crazy. This is a game changer for businesses, travelers, or anyone that needs instant translation on the go. I was genuinely super curious to try this out because the first thought that came to my mind, that you're probably thinking too, is surely a smartphone app can do that? And actually the answer is no. When I explain all the features this thing has, you'll definitely understand why they didn't just build it into an app. So the first thing is, this is ready to go out the box. You don't need to install anything or pair it up or log into any account. Power it on and you are ready to go and start translating. Also, unlike most apps that require you to take turns speaking, kind of like a walkie-talkie, the X1 allows both parties to talk and hear the translation simultaneously. So once you turn on the screen, there's a few different modes on this horizontal menu, so you can scroll through those modes. The first one on the list is one-to-one, so that's if you're having a conversation with one person, you can translate between two languages. And then you go ahead and pop open this tray and each put in an earbud. And you can just speak in your native language, and in real time it will translate from one language to the other, and you'll hear it in the other earbud. So you can have a fluid conversation without stopping and starting and pressing buttons. So you can stay more natural and maintain eye contact without constantly fiddling with the device. Okay, so right now I am wearing one of the earbuds and the other earbud is next to my DJI mic, so you can hear the translation in real time.
Ok, donc en ce moment je porte l'un des écouteurs et l'autre écouteur est à côté de mon micro J pour que vous puissiez entendre la traduction en temps réel.
So the translations are actually really fast from this thing, which is crazy. Almost in real time as you're talking, it's translating to the other person in their ear. There is a slight delay.
Donc les traductions sont en fait très rapides sur cette chose qui presque en temps réel pendant que vous parlez.
Like I mentioned, this works offline, but honestly, I wouldn't advise using it offline unless you really had to, unless you have no internet whatsoever. Because when you're online, it makes use of AI-powered cloud servers, and they process the audio file, and it's just overall way more accurate in terms of picking up accents and different dialects and translating that. And it's also a lot faster. So if you do want to get faster, more accurate responses, I would advise you connect to a Wi-Fi source, but it supports like 40 languages, 93 different accents. It is insanely powerful, and I even use this to watch some YouTube videos in some foreign languages and even some foreign movies. And the delay is there, definitely, when you're watching like a movie, but it's, I would say, like 5 to 10 seconds behind. And considering it just listens all the time in certain modes, you don't have to worry about it. You just pop the earbuds in and you know you're gonna get real-time translation. In terms of the design and build quality, the whole thing is made of plastic. It is in this nice sort of dark gray color. And on one side you have the Timekettle logo. On the other side you have a volume rocker as well as a power button, so that powers on the device as well as dims and lights up the display. Underneath you have a USB-C port. You do have some microphones and some speakers all around from the top and the bottom. And then on the front you have this display with this touch sensitive button right here. If you hold this button down, it automatically starts doing one-way translation. So depending on the language you put in, it will start translating that. Hey, how are you doing? Do you know any good cafes nearby?
¿Conoces algún buen café cerca? ¿Conoces algún buen café cerca?
Do you know which platform the train goes to Quebec City?
Savez-vous à quelle plateforme le train va? La ville de Québec?
But this is just really convenient if you're in like a certain country. You can just pull it out, hold that button, and have instant translation on the go. And it does work portrait as well as landscape on the display. So in the one-way mode, it will just show in portrait, but most of the other modes I found that it's using landscape. So the text goes across the way, kind of in this chat bubble-like interface. So you have like one language on one side and one language on the other. So you can read the text as well as actually hear it in real time. And you can just click on the bubbles to repeat the phrase if you didn't quite understand. The next mode on this list is called Listen and Play. So this is if you don't know the language in the room. So say you're at like a business meeting and everyone's speaking Chinese and you only know English. You can click on this mode. You can put the device near the main speaker in the room or in the table, and then just put in one of the earbuds into your ear, and in real time it will translate the conversation around the room into your ear. So you don't have to be lagging behind translating on your laptop or your phone. You can just keep up with the conversation really subtly without anyone really noticing.
So I've now officially been using this device for a couple of weeks. I'm kind of ill right now. I just went on a trip to Montreal for like, 4 or 5 days, and I brought this with me, and it really does come in handy. Like, the thing that was popping into my mind is, when would I be willing to carry extra weight rather than just use my phone, which is always in my pocket anyway? But I think the main advantage of this is just how many languages and accents it works with, but it understands almost everybody, which is exceptionally good. I mean, most of these platforms are great at English dictation, but when it comes to other languages, they're not very good. On the list of features here, there are 2 modes which require multiple Timekettle devices. There's voice call and multi-person. So multi-person supports up to 5 different languages with 20 users, so you will have to have multiple Timekettle devices. And voice call allows you to pair devices over long distance so that you can also make use of language translation, but through a call. So you can pair them together through a code by creating a meeting, or if you're in person, you can just touch the devices together, which is really cool. But these do price in as $699 US, so they are pretty pricey, especially if you're buying multiple units, so that's something to consider. But considering how much money it will probably save you in translator costs, it might be worth it for you. But that's something you have to think about. Personally, for me, I think the pricing is pretty steep, but it is a high quality device with a lot of functionality. And if language translation is a really important thing for you, for your company, then this is definitely a no-brainer. Like, you should definitely invest in something like this if that is something important to you. But if not, then I guess it would be up to you whether you would find something like this useful. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my review. I would like to thank Timekettle for sponsoring today's video and sending this product out to me. It was pretty fun to play around with. I've had a lot of fun just like hearing other languages, and you even like pick up words from just using some of the features on here. So I felt like I was almost picking up French from just viewing it on the screen, which is kind of cool, and also listening to how it's pronounced. So yeah, it has numerous use cases. It all just comes down to whether it's specifically for you and your needs for this price point. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.